Thank you for watching my video, What My Friend Knows. I'm Jessica. Today I would like to interview my friend, Miss Han.
Hello.
Han, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, we know each other forever.
Forever.
Which is about 8 years,
8 years,
I think.
wow.
And we first met in a book club meeting. I was introduced by our chef friend Nidhi.
Nidhi, yes.
So I came to the book club and I met you and other member. And we are
ever
still
since.
the members since then.
Yeah. So what do you do in Vietnam? You are Vietnamese. What do you do in Ho Chi Minh City?
My first degree is in architecture. So all of my career has always been in construction sector.
Okay.
So I work for the kind of multinational company in the building material. And then I feel guilty about what
You feel
we are
guilty?
doing. So I also have a voluntary job as a chairperson of VGBC.
Oh, VGBC. What is VGBC?
Do you know what it is stand for?
Vietnam Green Building
Council.
Council.
So VGBC stands for Vietnam Green Building Council.
But what is this?
Part of World Green Building Council. So
World Green.
World Green Building Council. So
Okay.
as I mentioned, we are in building sector.
Okay.
And we see our responsibility for what happened to our planet. The greenhouse gas emission that we are facing today. 40% of this greenhouse gas emission come from the construction sector.
Greenhouse gas emission released to the atmosphere.
Yes, so we are in charge of 40% of greenhouse gas emission.
40%?
Yes.
You mean we? Who?
Construction sector.
That's why you feel guilty.
Yes, that's why I feel guilty.
Okay.
And do you know the consequences of greenhouse gas emission?
I know there is a hole in our atmosphere, so the climate change, the iceberg is melting, and every year we got flood, we got typhoon, getting hotter and hotter every year. Yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
Actually, greenhouse gas emission is natural phenomenon which Earth absorbs the heat from the sun and then reflect it into the atmosphere.
Yes.
It's like a blanket which covers the Earth and keep it warm.
Right.
And without that effect, we wouldn't be able to survive today, because the Earth's atmosphere would be temperature would be too cold.
Right.
Which would be minus 15 degrees.
Okay.
So we wouldn't be able to survive at that temperature.
Okay. But now it's too much.
Today it is about 15. Yeah, sorry, without it would be minus 18.
Okay.
And today the average temperature of the Earth's atmosphere is around 15.
15. Okay.
But then if it keep rising, then you know what happened.
Right. Okay.
So
your organization, what do you do in your organization to prevent this, or to study this, or?
So I wrote an article in our website, Vietnam Green Building Council website, about the 3 global major challenges facing the construction sector today.
Okay.
And why do we have these challenges? For a very simple reason.
3 major challenges. Okay. So
yes.
can you share with us?
So the reason why we are caring about this thing is for the very simple reason that our world population today, as of last year, was close to 8 billion. Close to 8 billion people
8
on Earth.
billion on Earth.
7.8 billion.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And do you know how much there were in the 1800?
Half.
How much was that? There was 900 million human on Earth.
Oh.
So we raised in 2 centuries
Uh-huh.
200, a little bit more century.
Uh-huh.
We raised from less than a billion
Mm-hmm.
to
To 8
close to 8 billion.
Wow.
Yes. Even by the 19, there was only 1.5 billion.
Right.
So
And at that time, we didn't have the industrial revolution has not actually happened. So
exactly.
wow, all these
Yes.
things.
Yeah, exactly. But then the interesting thing is the total energy consumption
Mm-hmm.
from the 18 to 19 is only double.
Okay.
But from 19 to 20, it raised 10 times.
10 times. Time 10.
Yes.
For the energy that we have been using.
Yes. So from the 19
Wow.
to the 20, the human population raised from 1.5 billion to close to 8 billion.
Yes.
So it is about roughly more than 6 billion.
Right.
But then the energy rose 10 times.
10 times. Wow.
Which means the human consumption of energy rose much faster than human population.
Okay.
Thanks to our steam
Economic
engine revolution.
Yeah, and
That
also
is the
economic
second
developing.
revolution. Yes. So if we keep on continuing with the greenhouse gas emission, then what will happen to our Earth will be similar to what has happened 56 million years ago.
Big flood.
At that time, they call PETM.
What is that?
I'm sorry.
PETM.
Eocene thermal maximum. It is the sharp shock of greenhouse warming about 56 million years ago.
Okay, so the whole
And
the whole Earth is on fire, or
it is of interest today because it is the most recent period of rapid greenhouse warming in Earth history.
okay,
And
So rapid
so
green-
it didn't help us to understand the climate change aspect today.
okay,
And the amount of CO2 released into the atmosphere during that period was similar to those being released today.
similar already.
Similar. And
Okay.
you know how much the temperature raised during that time?
How?
5 to 9 degrees Celsius.
Only 5 to 9 degree, and it's a disaster already for the whole
5
Earth.
to 9 degrees Celsius is a lot by the end of that period.
Okay, but
Many
how much we
species
have
of
now?
plants, animals, and sea drill have vanished. 5 to 9 degrees is a
Oh,
lot.
wow! And then today, from the 18th to now, how many degree we have increased?
Oh, that's a good question.
2 to 3?
Less than that. The
Only
thing-
less than that.
The thing
Okay.
is, if by the end of the 2100, if we don't do anything,
Mhm.
then the surface temperature keep increasing.
Yeah.
We could have the increase by end of this century about 3.7 to 4.8 degree,
So it's almost.
almost 5 degree.
So
almost 5 degree.
another century
End of this century, which is 80 years only, not another 100 years.
that we could
Reach
facing
the same level.
the end of the world.
We reached about 5 degrees Celsius up, which
Okay.
is a similar of the
Okay,
disaster
so-
we faced before.
So what do we do now?
Oh, pray.
Pray, no. What is your organization trying to do?
So, because we are in charge of 40% of the greenhouse gas emissions,
Right, so you need to do
we
something.
try to cut it down. So
Cut it
where
down,
the-
not to build.
Not really, because the population keep increasing.
Right.
By
So we need
the
to-
end of 2050, there will be close to 10 billion people, 9.8 billion people.
Oh, 10
So
billion
we
people,
need
and everybody
very-
need to live in a
everybody
nice
need to have a
3-bedroom apartment
house. Yes.
with air conditioners.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
we
So
all
what?
have a decent living. So where does how to resolve the problem, right?
Yes.
Then come back to where does it come from?
Okay.
Where does the CO2, the greenhouse gas emission come from?
Okay.
So mainly it will come from industry
Industry.
because it produce whatever human need for
Right.
our life.
Okay. Yeah.
Transportation.
Transportation.
Like you want to travel here and there to other part of the world of the globe, Do you aware that you also
I,
emit?
I like to travel by train
Okay.
and
good.
public bus.
Okay, so
Yeah.
second thought is traveling.
Traveling, okay.
Third is about construction industry.
Your industry, building.
and operating and emitting CO2 along the life
Okay.
cycle of the building.
Okay.
And then agriculture.
Agriculture.
When you eat beef,
I don't eat beef.
Okay.
Okay.
Good that you don't eat.
Right.
Me either. Me neither. But beef also.
That's why they say vegetarian save the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we want to reduce the CO2 emission, we will need to essentially reduce what we consume.
Okay.
Control our
So
grade.
Decrease our manufacturing, travel less. What? Number three. What's number three?
So in our construction sector,
Construction.
we focus on
Building
the,
greenhouse. Green buildings.
So we focus on the three. I mentioned about the three global challenges.
Yes.
So the first thing is how to cut down the CO2 emission.
Okay.
So by having the energy efficiencies building,
Okay.
by having the material that is a low embodied energy, when you produce it, you produce with less energy. than before.
Okay.
Yeah, that
this
kind
is
of thing.
still reduced energy.
Yes. So it's about reduce and being more efficient.
Efficient.
The second thing is about resource efficiencies, because we use a lot of
Resource.
fossil fuel and natural
okay.
resources,
Okay.
renewable natural
Okay.
resources.
So we use water, wind,
Sun, for example.
sun,
Uh,
solar. Yeah.
So you use the there's a term called circular economy.
Okay. Circular.
When you can rebuild, repurpose what you use instead of just throw to trash.
Okay.
So
right.
you try
Recycle.
to prolong what you are using.
Okay.
So it is about you reduce your need.
Reduce the need.
And then you
Reuse.
repurpose.
Repurpose.
Like
use a
today,
different.
for you change it to different purpose.
Okay.
And then
Recycle.
And
Okay.
so basically that's it. And that applicable for your lifestyle too.
Me.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes, every of
Okay.
us. So if we want to change all these climate change, the greenhouse gas emission.
So
come from
don't wait for whatever Paris Paris agreement. We started from ourselves, right? We try to use less energy.
So
eat
why the government
vegetarian
take
food?
care of the macro policy?
Okay, macro
Us,
policy.
Human
We do
beings,
micro
we do the micro action. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So your
Business?
yeah. Do you do this to what do you do? You make speech. You
we raise
give-
the awareness. We do
Raise
the
awareness.
advocacy. We have the scheme called green building, which basically the energy efficiency building.
So you certify then, or
Yeah. But then as an individual, I also want to promote a new way of life.
new way of life?
Yeah. So I just mentioned about grid. So all these industries and agriculture.
Greed.
Yes. So
What do you mean? You mean we want more?
I mean that
these
the
days.
industry they produce wood to serve us. So instead of having one motorbike, you want to have two cars and then the unsold car for your children. Since a lot of products need to be.
So we
produced.
want more and more. We want
So,
comfort and we
Yeah.
want.
So,
I don't have a car. I don't have motorbike. I only have one bicycle.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because
So
Me too. I also don't own any vehicle, only the bicycle. So that's what I mean by controlling our grid. You need what is essential.
essential. Okay.
You don't need you know, sometimes you still enjoy life, but
Yes.
you
Actually,
find,
simple life it's more
you
enjoyable.
find the way to enjoy life that is not harmful to the climate.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, we read books instead of traveling all around in a helicopter, for example.
Oh yeah, I traveled in a helicopter before. And even I read book. I think we should read ebook now.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
right,
Instead of
okay.
printed book,
Ah,
you can read the e-book so that
ebook,
you don't
yeah.
need to consume paper.
Kindle.
Yeah, so that's why we organize a workshop about
Oh yeah.
raise awareness for everybody about
Raise the
how
awareness
yeah.
because in society we don't understand how important and how urgent
Yeah.
is now this situation is. So wow, thank you very much for telling us today about this information and how each individual can do to help the world. So our children and our next generation can still live in this beautiful world. It's
Hopefully.
our motherland.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Han.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next
Bye-bye.
time.